It was very heavy combat on both sides, and we lost a lot of good men approaching the Roer River.
And the Ruhr, was that an urban area or was that?
It was small towns and factories, and not a big wide river, but it was big enough to separate our lines from the Germans. As I said, on Christmas, they were on one side, we were on the other. But when we crossed it finally to move further into Germany, it was no big deal. It was a fairly narrow river.
Did you come under heavy fire when you tried to cross that river?
No, by that time the Germans had pretty well evacuated the area. They knew we were coming, and they knew we had the advantage in real estate and armor and artillery and air force and numbers. So it was a lost cause for them. At that time, Brian, we were running into Germans age 14, 15, 16, boys and men of 65, 70 years old. We were fighting the remnants of the Wehrmacht. Not that they didn't put up a battle, because just by the very nature of their being the last line of resistance, they were determined to defend their homeland as hard as they could, and they did, because we had significant losses. But my point is that they had obviously lost the heart of their military force, and they were now using young men and old men to defend themselves. At that time, it was weak. When we first encountered them in Belgium, and when they were making their last stands, like at Bastogne, they were superbly trained and efficient. Everything you've heard about the German excellence, in combat and technical apparatus, gunfire, warfare, tanks, all of those things were top-notch. And but that it gradually deteriorated because they were losing the war. They lost all of that. But the first German army, when it first went into combat, was a superb fighting force. And the thing they maintained for so long was their will to fight. Even through the days of the boys and old men.